Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and I hope you're all having a good week. This has been just a challenging week. I am so ready for the 4th of July weekend. I hope you all are too. But anyway, there's some good stuff that's out today, and as always, starting with pick of the week. And my pick for you this week is actually Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and this is Angel Dream. This is songs from the motion picture She's the One. Now, this is a reimagined version of this 1996 film soundtrack that the She's the One. It's, this is the 25th anniversary of this. So to commemorate that, they've updated this album. It's remixed and remastered and all updated. This is new artwork. Obviously, they wanted it to be a proper Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers album now. And this is kind of the final chapter of audio releases that are related to the Wildflower sessions and the masterpiece that was. You know, the story of how that record was so pared down. They had so much left over in the vault from that, and subsequently, released the box sets, the 3 LP, 5 LP, and is it 7 LP, the big large box set of that. Well, anyway, this music was recorded around that same time period, but it was that soundtrack. But now they decided to go ahead and make it like this for you, and this is like these the recent releases of Wildflowers and all the rest. They included these songs, so they're not duplicated here, but in their place, there's 4 previously unreleased songs on this. And they were also written during this period. As I said, they're added to this. There's 2 Tom Petty original songs. One is called 105 Degrees, and the other one is called One of Life's Little Mysteries. There's a cover of J.J. Cale's 13 Days on here. And additionally, there's this Tom Petty instrumental called French Disconnection. So then it also features an extended version of Supernatural Radio, and again, brand new cover art, rather than to be like a soundtrack album. Like I said, they wanted it to be like a proper Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. So his wife and girls had a lot to do with the aesthetic of this. But anyway, if you really enjoyed that time period of output from Tom Petty, and you're missing him like just another one that just went way too soon, this is excellent. And you might recognize this from Record Store Day. This was a release, and it was really limited on cobalt blue vinyl, but now you can get it. If you missed out on that, you're at least able to get the black vinyl version now. Okay, so definitely pick of the week. It's great stuff. The other thing I wanted to call your attention to, just because it's so great, is this little beauty here. And this is, well, it looks like I've lost my notes for it. But anyway, this is Joni Mitchell. This is the Reprise albums, 1968 to 1971. So this is 4 albums, and it's Song to a Seagull, it's Clouds, Ladies of the Canyon, and Blue. So I believe, too, that the Song to a Seagull is, well, let me see. I think they make a note of it here. This is, it's overseen by Joni Mitchell, and it's a new mix for that record. So that's kind of a cool thing. This is a limited edition set of 10,000. It's, it's just this 180 gram version and all boxed together. And you probably already know this about Joni Mitchell, but she's kind of a very prolific artist too, and this is a self-portrait that she did around this time period. And I was talking to one of the guys here at work. We were just saying how just with a couple of strokes of a marker, it's amazing kind of how great she could be with that. You can tell exactly what this is, even if if this part was missing, you could just look at that and know exactly what it was. And the same, she did that cover work for that Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and it's just beautifully done. So anyway, that aside, great artist as well as musical artist. She's like one of the greatest female singer-songwriters ever. And this is such a pleasure to have this all housed in one box. It's really, really nice. So beautiful. Those are my picks of the week for you. And there's still a lot more to talk about. So It's a smaller stack, just so we can get through it here. And there's a lot of metal this week. Just, like I just don't want to pick all the obvious stuff. I kind of just want to show you some of the obscure titles that came in too. So like right out of the bat here, this is Amenra, this is Didorn, this is on metallic gold vinyl, and it's 2 LPs. This is on Relapse. They're, Belgian post-metal. They've been knocking around for like 21 years. This is their 7th album. And that's for you, and on this gold album, but it's got a little bit of black in it. I know it's hard to see that, but that's what it looks like. Okay. Next up, this is At the Gates, Nightmare of Being. This is on black vinyl, plus it's got a poster, and this is on Century Media. This is Swedish metal, and it is also their 7th album. Okay. Next up, we have the Beths. And this is Warm Blood, and it's on pink with yellow splatter. It's a 12-inch. This is on Car Park, and it's their 2016 debut EP. First time on vinyl that it's, been available on vinyl. And it's, just very upbeat, not, as well, if you know the Beths, it's kind of, it's not forced. It's just real fun music, Okay, and then we have... Let's see, Craven Faults, Enclosures. No, I'm sorry, this is Born of Osiris, Angel or Alien. Okay, so there's so many color variants of this going around. This one happens to be the clear with neon pink splatter. It's 2 LPs. This is on Sumerian Records. And this is the 6th studio album. This is Chicago metalcore. And this is, well... Yeah, okay, so many different variants going around, and I don't know limited to how many copies of what, but that happens to be the one that we got, okay? Then, this one is Craven Faults. This is called Enclosures, and this is the 2nd LP from this Yorkshire band. This is that's on the Leaf label, and it's very reminiscent. There's only like 3 tracks on this, but they're very long, and kind of, wow, headphones in, road trip kind of stuff. This is, it reminds you of like a real early Tangerine Dream kind of meandering kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what that's all about. Now, there's all these reissues of the band Death and their LPs, and these are all, let's see, these are all on the Relapse label here. They're all reissues. And this first one here is Human. And this is the 2nd. Okay, these are all like, I guess, 20th anniversary kind of LPs for these guys. But anyway, they all come with a download as well. And on this really fancy butterfly effect vinyl, which I'll show you in a moment. This is the 4th studio album. They're an American death metal band, just, if you're not familiar or, if you didn't know that. But anyway, they're calling this a butterfly effect vinyl. And what they mean by that, I'll show you here real quick, is, see, they've done it like this, where these are like butterfly wings, and they look like that. Okay, so it looks like all of these reissues are kind of done really fancy like this. And as I said, they each kind of come with a download as well. And there we go. Okay. All right. So as I said, this one was just to reiterate, this one is Human, and the Butterfly Effect with Splatter, their 4th studio album. Okay. Then we have this one, which is called Individual Thought Patterns. Okay. And that's this one. And that one is the 5th studio album. Now, this was apparently their only album with Andy LaRogue as their guitar player. And I guess the way that they did it was they just wanted to have it very improvised. So they would just send him the demos, and the parts where they wanted a guitar solo, they would just kind of send him a thing with just a hint of, I guess, chord progression, how they sort of wanted it to go, and then they just let him do it. So it was very creative, and that this is the only record that he's on, but that's kind of interesting how they did that. This one here is called Leprosy. Okay, and this one is their 2nd studio album, again with this butterfly effect. this one looks like a really cool one. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I don't know how they do this, but wow, just really, really gorgeous vinyl. So then we have, this one is Scream Bloody Gore. Okay. This one here is their debut. This was what people kind of call the first true death metal record, from, I don't know what year that was from, but should have found out for you, and I don't know, sorry. Okay, so this one here is Sound of Perseverance, and this one is a double, and this here was their 7th and final record. And, as a little sidebar, it's kind of interesting. The drummer on this is Richard Christie. If you guys are fans of the Howard Stern show, Richard Christie is one of kind of the regular staff on there. And, he had this previous kind of career as a metal drummer, and he plays on this. So kind of interesting. Then we have Spiritual Healing, and this one was their 3rd studio LP. Okay, so again, all of those are on the fancy colored vinyl and ready to go. All right, this one is William Fitzsimmons, Ready the Astronaut. This is on clear vinyl, and my notes say clear 2 LPs, but I don't believe that it is here. I'm only seeing side A and side B, so I'm thinking maybe the price that I have posted on the list for you below may not be correct either. But anyway, this is on Network Records, and this is the surrounding theme is all about, the human nature of being like Icarus, flying too close to the sun and denying reality and, too much ascension, and then you have to face things in the end. It's sort of the theme that he's going for there. Now we've got the Go Team Get Up Sequences Part 1. This is on turquoise vinyl. This is on Memphis Industries, and this is kind of like a cross between Ennio Morricone meets the Monkees. Okay, so it's kind of got this spaghetti western pop kind of feel to it. Okay, this is Beth Hart, War in My Mind. This is on blue and green vinyl. This is on the Pro Vogue label. This is the 9th solo studio album. It's very intimate and intense, and she has kind of said that with this record she was finally able to really just kind of let go and really just be in the moment, and this is kind of what you hear on this, okay? And this is Juliana Hatfield. It's called Blood. It says colored vinyl, and I'm just trying to think. Okay, this says it's on Sunburst Splatter vinyl, so I'm guessing that that's kind of an orangey red sort of a thing. Okay, so Juliana Hatfield is, this is on the American Laundromat label, and this is her 19th solo. It's recorded at home in Massachusetts, and it's limited to 200 copies. So there you go. And this is also on Relapse, and this is High on Fire. This one is Blessed Black Wings, and it's on cloudy orange vinyl. And this is their 3rd studio album. They're an American heavy metal band, and their lyrics are kind of drawn from many things, but interestingly enough, H.P. Lovecraft, if you've read any of that stuff. So kind of an interesting take that they bring to the table. Okay, this also from Relapse, High on Fire, Death is This Communion. This one is on Cloudy Swamp Green. It's also 2 LPs, and this was their 4th studio album. And again, lyrics influenced by H.P. Lovecraft and the Bible and, other things. So, they're getting heavy into it. Okay, this fabulous record, not technically new this week, but it's finally here. And this is Kings of Convenience, Peace or Love. This is black vinyl. This is through EMI. It's their first new album from them in 12 years. So they're very slow workers because it's only their 4th studio album. But every album is like an acoustic classic with these guys. So really, really great record, and could have been my pick easily had it been technically new this week. Okay, this is Laura Mavula. This is Pink Noise on Atlantic. This is her third studio album. She's a British kind of an R&B artist, and this comes 5 years since her last album, which was called The Dreaming Room, but you know, pretty solid here. She's not going anywhere. So another one that just kind of takes her time in between records, I guess you could say. Now, so disappointed that this didn't get here last week. I'm going to give you two of these. They're finally here. This is from ATO. This is My Morning Jacket and the reissue of Evil Urges. And wow, so gorgeous. This one is a white vinyl with a black sort of blob in the middle is the color variant on this. And it's 2 LPs. And this was the 5th studio album from 2008. And, you know, they're now like America's preeminent contemporary rock band. You know, just there's so many great songs on this. And I don't know. I can't even say enough about it. It's so, oh my gosh. Okay, well, they're calling it actually cream colored vinyl with a black blub. I thought it looked more white, but anyway, they've newly remastered this at 45 RPMs to give you even better kind of improved audio quality on this. And God, it also comes with a digital download. So wonderful stuff. It was supposed to be here last Friday and it just only arrived like kind of middle of this week. Sometimes, you know, I love ATO, but God, sometimes they just don't get the releases to you quite on time. And if you want this or the other one, it still moves, you got to move because they had to like, you know, whatever you order, they cut the order and allocated it because it's kind of sold out now. So got to move, you got to hurry. The other one, of course, it still moves. This one is, let's see, golden smoke colored vinyl. I thought it really had more of like a rusty kind of a look to it. Golden kind of implies more yellow, but anyway, if you're interested in the color variant, that's just, you know, kind of the way I thought I saw it. This is their third album, and it's considered to be their best alongside of Z. You know, that's up for debate. You know, it's just all subjective, and you know, gosh, I would have a hard time picking my favorite My Morning Jacket album just because each one of them is like different in so many ways. They're not one of those like stagnant type jam bands that you kind of, you know, are very predictable. These guys are always switching it up. So you get a lot of variety throughout their body of work. I don't know that I would, but anyway, like I said, that's just kind of in, you know, various forums and chats and all that stuff. It's considered to be one of their best alongside of Z, usually is another one that people do cite as being the best. But anyway, this was the first with drummer Patrick Hallahan, and this was the last album with Johnny Quaid as the guitar player. That was, you know, Jim James' cousin, and he'd been playing with them. And this was the last one with Danny Cash on keyboard. So now, of course, they've got Carl Bromell playing guitar and Bo Coster on keyboards. So, you know, it's just, this was a little bit of a different lineup, but, you know, Patrick Hallahan, their drummer, I kind of can't even imagine My Morning Jacket without Patrick Hallahan. It's just, wow, he's such a fit. The interesting thing here too is the bear cover. Now, if you've ever been to a jacket show, they always have these bears on stage, and you know, the little thing about it is it's like they're spirit animals, and it just keeps them on the straight and narrow, I guess. Okay. Down here we've got Porcupine Tree. This is Light Bulb Sun, 140 gram. This is a gatefold sleeve, and it is 2 LPs, and it's on the Snapper label. This is the 6th studio album from this British prog rock band. Frontman is, of course, Stephen Wilson, and he calls this like the quickest LP that they've ever recorded. It took them like just under 3 months, or maybe in like 3 months flat they did it. But anyway, that's pretty short. And he considers it their best work to date. It's much more commercial and poppier than their previous albums, but that one again reissued for you here. And this one here, which is Jeremy Zucker and Chelsea Cutler, Brent 2 or Brent II. I'm not exactly sure how to say this. This is on Republic. And they're singers, songwriters, and producers, and this is like a 5-song collection of what they're able to do with collabing. Okay, so it's indie at its finest, I guess you could say. Okay, so that is just a handful of the stuff that's out this week and a few things from last week. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. If you're a local, just so you know, Siren is open Saturday. So if you want any of this stuff, you should come down here tomorrow and make your purchases. And because we are being closed on Sunday and Monday to observe the 4th of July holiday weekend. And I can't wait because, man, it's just been a week and a half and so ready for a nice little break. So thanks for joining me. I'd love it if you would subscribe, and you can hit that little notification bell down there too if you want to be notified every time there's a new upload, which is Friday, new release days. And hope you found something here that you love. And like I said, if you want that My Morning jacket, if you're interested in those, I would hurry up because, as I said, they were allocated less than what was ordered, and they're kind of gone. So anyway, enjoy your weekend, be safe, and I will see you next time.